Less than 2 weeks before Election Day, and Hillary Clinton is once again under investigation by the FBI for handling of classified material. So as a matter of law, what is the FBI actually doing? Has its Clinton email inquiry actually been reopened, or is this something much less significant? Let's ask former prosecutor Katie Phang, who is now an attorney in Miami. Hi, Katie. So what do you think?
Hi, Brett.
Is this a case being reopened, or is this something else?
Oh, it's definitely an investigation being reopened. As a lawyer, we're really careful about our word choices. And if you look at the letter, Britt, that was sent to the Congressional Committee, the House Judiciary Committee, you see that Comey admits that they found, quote, pertinent emails. Well, pertinent can mean a whole lot of darn things, as we know, not only in Washington, but for purposes of a criminal investigation. So really, what's left to be seen now is who's going to get a sweetheart immunity deal, because they've been given out like candy thus far.
Well, let me ask you this. There's been some suggestion by Clinton defenders that this investigation, this inquiry that's underway now, is really not about her, about Hillary Clinton. It may be about Anthony Weiner, or it may be about Huma Abedin, but it's really not about her. Does that make any sense?
Absolutely not. The investigation that's been, quote, reopened, according to FBI Director Comey, is into Clinton's use of a personal server for her emails that may or may not have implicated classified emails. The fact that it was involving devices by Anthony Weiner and Huma Abedin is the source of the information. However, it deals directly with Hillary and Ron Clinton, and to suggest otherwise is really irresponsible, because no one else is the target of an investigation other than Hillary Clinton.
Now, well, I guess in a separate probe, maybe Weiner is, but that's not what we're talking about here.
Exactly.
Well, can you, just reading between the lines of this letter and what else we know, give me a sense? Do you have a theory about what kind of information this might have been that would have brought this about?
Well, it's obviously something that was of the ilk of the import that they decided, they being the FBI, decided to look more closely. I mean, thousands of emails suggest that it wasn't just a couple of casual, I stumbled upon something kind of correspondence that they discovered on these devices. But more importantly, it has to be, again, relevant. It has to be important enough for a criminal investigation to continue. Britt, think about the thousands and thousands of hours of manpower and the hundreds of thousands of dollars that's been spent of taxpayers' money going into this investigation thus far. Comey said it was done back in July. We know that's not the case. For Comey to reopen it means that he himself found something that's worthwhile, but you're not going to get an answer prior to November 8th in any investigation.
It did seem pretty clear to me when I read the letter in which he referred to his testimony in July, when he had said in that testimony, he mentions this in the letter, that the investigation had been completed. That suggests to me that the case had been basically closed. And then he goes on to say here, I agree that the FBI should take appropriate investigative steps designed to allow investigators to review these emails to determine whether they contain classified information, as well as to assess their importance to our investigation. Now I'm seeing all kinds of words used to refer to this inquiry. I'm seeing reopen, but not so much. What I'm seeing is review, and so on. Is this just a review in your judgment? I mean, can it be interpreted that way or not?
No, it's not just a review. It's not, let me just look through some emails and see whether or not they lead to anything. There's no way he would have announced it the way that he did. I don't think that there's any subterfuge on the part of the FBI in order to do this 11 days before the election. And what I want people to know as well, Britt, is from a legal standpoint, just because you become the President of the United States does not cloak you with the immunity from being prosecuted. A statute of limitations applies to any federal offense. Even if Hillary Clinton wins the White House, she may face charges, and if so, you sure as heck know that Loretta Lynch has no business looking at that investigation or having anything to do with an indictment. You would need a special prosecutor, and the DOJ would have to appoint one. Yeah,
this one last question, Katie. The FBI director finds himself tonight under pressure from really both campaigns to release whatever they have. Is an investigating agency in a situation like this, in possession of materials like this, and beginning to investigate them, is it in a position to release them?
Absolutely not. He has no obligation to do so. It's now become another active investigation. If that's the case, during active criminal investigations specifically, you do not release what you have. There's no rolling basis of discovery given to the American public like maybe in a civil lawsuit. And so because of that, Comey can comfortably say, I'm going to retreat, I'm going to look, I'm going to investigate, and I will reveal what I find.
Okay, Katie, thank you very much.